20, Philadelphia 6. And believe me, Philadelphia had their chance to put some points on the board, but all they could muster were a pair of field goals. So they're out of the playoffs for the third consecutive year. Let's check out some of the action, shall we? As I said, offensively, Roger Ruzak was it, booting a pair to give them an early 6-0 lead. Skins scored what turned out to be the eventual game-winning TD. Mark Rippon hooking up with the veteran, Art Monk. He knows how to do it from 28 yards out. That made it 7-6 Washington. But this is the play they'll be talking about. A turning point of the game. Gerald Riggs, fumble! And rookie Ben Smith picks up the ball. He'll take it, folks, all the way 89 yards for the apparent TD. At least that's what the officials on the field ruled. Replay official George Sladke, however, said no fumble. Skins ball. They boot a field goal, 10-6 at the half. Of course, the other controversy today, Buddy Ryan sitting Randall Cunningham for a series of plays in favor of Jim McMahon. The final again, Washington 20, Eagles 6, and of course, coming up later in sports, we'll have a whole lot more.
Redskins fans who made the trip north up I-95 did so at their own risk. Buried in a sea of green, this Redskin chief had to have a pair of veteran stadium security guards watching his back. Another chief got scalped by Eagles fans outside the vet as frustration over 3 years of playoff failure boiled over into the street. Other Eagles fans, to their credit, helped break up this brawl, and no one was hurt, at least physically. Emotionally, Eagles fans took a beating today.
It was horrible. They choked. But this is really the story of what a difference 3 hours makes. The difference between what you're hearing now and what you heard before.
Everybody in green was talking this way before the game, and fans inside the vet put up a first-quarter wall of sound. There was even international support from a tourist from the Soviet Union enjoying his first football game.
Can he say, go Eagles in Russian?
Понял? Go Eagles, как сказать?
Вперед, Eagles.
But it was Redskin fans like St. Joseph's Villa nun Sister Maria Bernard who did the cheering today. Her friend, Sister Regina Christie, an avid Eagles fan, looked on quietly as the Birds lost this latest bout. But both nuns still say football is a good habit. Losing playoff games isn't. Still.
Somebody just said we're all moving to Washington.
Hell no.
You got to trade in your Eagles jacket?
Yeah. No.
No. You're coming back next year.
The fans' disappointment has its limits. At the vet, David Murphy, Channel 6 Action News.
Scoring a touchdown was against the Washington Redskins. The hot summer months of training camp back in Westchester, the dismal 2-4 start, the respectable 10-6 regular season finish, the battle for home field advantage for the NFC Wildcard game, and today's disappointing 20-6 loss to the Redskins. Keith Jackson, though, gave some early signs that maybe the Eagles are going to pull this one out. Hauling in a 66-yarder here. Jackson, 5 catches for 115 yards on the day. That helped set up the first of 2 Roger Ruzak field goals. But trailing 6-0 in the second, Mark Rippon finds the veteran Art Monk there, and the Skins take the lead. Then the play. Gerald Riggs fumbles. Ben Smith scoops it up and uses that 4.3 speed to take it 89 yards for 6. Oh, nice run, but hold everything. After further review, the play shows that the ground causes the fumble. And you know what that means? You got it, folks. Reversal of the Smith TD. This one comes all the way back. Washington converts for the field goal and a 10-6 halftime lead. And how about this? Jim McMahon in for Randall for 3 plays, in and out, very ineffective. We'll have more on that from Gary Papa in a second. Gary Clark put the finishing touches on Washington's offensive output today. Here, burning rookie Ben Smith. 20-6 the final. Down and out for the 3rd year in a row. And after the game, Buddy told the media, yeah, he wants to stay in Philadelphia and coach.
Everything can be worked out. Do you want to come back?
Oh, you know I do. I built this team. Why would I want to let somebody else come here and take all the bows? Okay?
Okay, and of course, Norman Brayman, what do you think about renewing Buddy's contract?
The season's over, and it's time to evaluate things, and I'll be addressing it.
Of course, Buddy Ryan right there wondering what his future holds and whether or not he's going to be back here in Philadelphia to coach. He'll coach somewhere, if not here, for the Eagles. Of course, Buddy Ryan was also the focus in the 3rd quarter when he pulled Randall Cunningham in favor of Jim McMahon. We told you that. And for more on that story and the rest of today's events, let's begin our Action News team coverage with Gary Papa.
It was to be his greatest day in what was his greatest season. Randall Cunningham, quarterback extraordinaire. But the offense was going nowhere, so Buddy made a very controversial decision.
What they'll be talking about for years, how Buddy Ryan benched Randall Cunningham, who may be the best offensive player in the NFL today. But Buddy Ryan says, so what? He wasn't doing the job. I had to do something today.
Things weren't going worth a damn, so why not try something? I mean, you know, try to win. That's the idea of this business. You don't want to wait till next week and say, well, I should have put in McMahon, I should have took Salt out, I should have done that. Hell, you do something, and hopefully you can turn something around and make it happen. That's the way I play.
And Randall didn't take his sitting down. He ripped Ryan for what was a very puzzling decision, he says. Why take out your #1 offensive weapon? Was it insulting?
It was kind of insulting, you know, when I sit and think about it, but that's part of football. You know, he's the head coach, he makes the decisions, and he made that decision.
But Rich Kotite, who runs the Eagles offense, says it's not that big a deal.
The good thing in football, you can bring your other guy back. You don't have to keep him out of the game. But that's all it is. It wasn't a reflection on anything other than, as a team, offensively, we weren't doing the job. So we gave Jim the opportunity to do the job, and Randall came right back in there.
But the Redskins say, was Ryan crazy? What was he doing? It was wild to see Randall come out of a ball game like that.
I think when you take Randall Cunningham out, then you're taking a lot out of your offense. And I'm not second guessing you. But I just know that as a cornerback, and I played against Randall Cunningham, I know he's a great quarterback. And if you take him out, I think you're taking something away from your team.
And so the Redskin fans get to sing their own praises, especially for the way their team shut down the Eagles offense. With more on that, here is Scott Palmer.
After 3 playoff games now, the Eagles have no wins and only 1 touchdown. They would have had a second if Ben Smith's fumble recovery had not been called back.
It was a shocker that, you know, it didn't happen for us, and that would have been really a great upswing for our defense at that time. Because, you know, we had a few turnovers earlier with the interception and the fumble recovery. And, you know, that would have just broke their backs, I believe.
4 times today, the Eagles were inside the 25. They had only 6 points to show for it.
Cunningham trying to get away from man, and he's whistled down at the 10-yard line.
When the Eagles couldn't cash in on their scoring chances, they had to settle for field goals. And in the National Football League, 7 points gives you momentum. 3 points doesn't.
That hurt a whole bunch. As a team, you got to score touchdowns. That defense probably felt that they were good enough to stop us from getting in the end zone because we were only scoring 3. If we could have put something negative in the back of their mind that this team is ready to play, this team is scoring touchdowns, it's going to be a tough day, then I think the outcome of the game would have been different.
Heath Sherman coughed it up twice today. He told me the Eagles may have been trying too hard to get that first playoff victory.
You're trying to make something happen, you know, a big play or whatever, you know. If they get a hand in the right time, you know, it's going to come out.
Seth Joyner could only wonder what might have been. He criticized some of his teammates for not doing the necessary preparation it takes to win in the playoffs.
They line up and they ran the same damn route 8, 9 times, you know, and the same man runs free down the field, and you tell me, you know, if you study and you put the time in and you put the effort in, that you can't recognize and see what the hell they're trying to do, you know? You just tell me. I don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say.
The Eagles let another playoff opportunity slip away. A team has only so many chances. A player has only so many years. I'm Scott Palmer, Channel 6 Action News with the Eagles at the Vet.
Of course, next week the Skins will play either the Niners or Giants, depending on what the Saints do tomorrow in Chicago. Don Shula's Dolphins advanced to the next round of the AFC playoffs today with a slim 17-16 win over Kansas City. Pete Stoyanovich, a playoff record 58-yard field goal. This one looks like it could have gone 60-something yards. That made it 3-0 Miami early. But it was in the fourth quarter, with the Fins trailing 16-10, that Marino found Mark Clayton for the eventual game-winning touchdown, 17-16 Miami. Sixers tonight, Explorers looking for their 1,000th victory and a share of that Big 5 city title. Let's head to the Civic Center, shall we? For that action, let's pick it up. Here's the fast break. Yes, that's number 12, Mark Macon. And he goes up and stuffs it home for a pair of his 26 points. A team high for the Owls. It was Randy Woods, though, with a game-high 27 points. And watch this. A nice fake through the lane, up, and the finger roll. But it was the Owls who would walk away with the victory tonight. The final 91-86 and a share of that Big 5 city title.
When you playing guys in your own neighborhood, this is going to be a tough ball game. And right now, I don't think that we can look any further than what Mark said in terms of our next ball game. When we face St. Joe, then I think I'd be in a better position to express to you. But I know that you're in a dogfight. I don't care what era. You look at any era in Big 5 basketball, and it's a dogfight.
All right, check out some of these scores. Villanova with the 76-66 upset over third-ranked Syracuse, the Orange men's first loss of the season.